I hope everyone is doing well, adjusting to their home life and just being easy on yourself. So not really having all these expectations, this big to-do list, but really allowing yourself to dive into just slowing down, right? We have no choice. But today we're gonna pick up the heat and we're gonna move a little quick, so let's do it. We'll actually start just like this on our knee, so I'll face the camera so you guys can see. And you can untuck the toes, so you're sitting on the shins and sitting on the tops of your feet. We're just gonna do some cow cats. I'm actually gonna turn around and do this way. So just go ahead and bring your fingers to your thighs, and then take a breath in, slide the fingers toward the hip creases, and arch the spine. So we're really coming into the movement of the spine, not so much lifting the gaze or moving the head or the neck. So this is our cow pose with a really big breath in, drawing the elbows and the shoulder blades back, and then press the palms back toward the knees. Exhale, round it out. You can even touch into chest here for a little more. And then inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. You're just gonna do this on your own. You can go fast. You can go slow. We'll do 2 more full rounds. Big breath in, emphasizing the breath. And then exhale, cow pose. We'll come back into just our regular neutral spine. And we're going to interlace the fingers or airplane or grab the forearms. So I'm going to interlace the fingers. I'm going to bring the shoulders away from the chest. I'm going to stay here. You're more than welcome to fold, chest sucks to the thighs, forehead toward the mat or to a block. We will need a block for today's practice, so if you don't have one, you can use a water bottle, a small pillow, just something to hold in your hands, nothing too heavy. If you want, you can certainly use a light weight. And then slowly push into the shins, use the core, lift all the way back up, release. Inhale the right arm up, reaching all the way over to the left. I like to ground down into my left palm, push the mat away, and arch the side body so I can feel it in that right side, the right ribs, the right arm. And try to really spread through the fingers. Just creating some energy here, feeling friction in the body as it starts to warm up, feeling sensations. Inhale, both arms reach. Lower right hand down, same thing. So hand can be close to the hip, hand can be far away. Maybe you make it onto your forearm. Breathing in, don't hold the breath, don't clench the jaw. And then inhale, come back up through center, reaching arms overhead. And then exhale, we're going to find our downward facing dog. And pushing into the palms. And just pedaling out through the legs, maybe wiggling the hips side to side. Finding a little bend in the knees. If the hamstrings are tight, I always like to bend my knees in down dog, lift the butt bones up high. Draw a breath in. And a breath out. We're going to start with 3 sun salutations. So we can lift onto the toes, bend the knees, tiptoe, or take a really big step to the top of the mat, folding over the legs. We're going to lengthen through our hamstrings. So push the palms down into the mat, bend the knees if you have to, and then inhale, lengthen the spine. It's not going to be halfway, but you're going to press into the palms and into the feet, lift the butt bones, release tension, soften and fold. And then a slow rise up, but energetically push down into the mat. Sweep the arms up, up, up. Maybe a slight back bend, stretch the belly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, so push into the palms, push into the feet, lengthen the hamstrings, and fold, step into high plank. Really slow breath in as we firm up the muscles, gripping the mat with the fingers, and just squeezing the thighs together. Shoulders over wrists. You're gonna drop the knees or just slowly lower all the way down, controlling the muscles. Inhale, lift up for baby cobra. You can come up as high as you need to. And then exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, press back through table into dog. Long breath out. Coming into the expression of your body. Just coming into where you are. No expectation. Just allowing it to happen. Just allowing yourself to flow. Inhale, toe. Bend the knees, tiptoe, big step, or jump lightly to the top of the mat. And from here, lengthen. You can come up halfway, your halfway lift of choice. Exhale, fold. Let's take it all the way up. Breathe in, push down, look up. Exhale, bow through center. Hands meet the floor. Breathe in, lengthen the spine as you extend. Push into the feet. And then reduce tension, fold. Step into your plank pose. I like to press my head forward, draw my shoulders down the back. Breathing in. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway. Nice and slow if you're going either route. Inhale, cobra or up dog, push down. Exhale, core brings you into your dog pose. We're going to do that one more time. So to the toes, bend the knees, make your way forward. Lengthen, lifting up, and fold. Let's take it all the way up to standing, big breath in, push down, reach high. And then bring your hands to prayer, right in front of the sternum. We're going to make an X with our legs. So let's go ahead and step our right foot over the left. Inhale the right arm up, reach up, grab the wrist, and then pull all the way over to the left, sticking the right hip out. Make sure that you're pushing down into the feet, connecting with the earth. And then inhale, reach up, grab the left wrist, push down into the feet, reach to the opposite side. This may feel a little foreign to you. And then slowly return to center. Come back to standing. We'll switch it up. Left foot crosses over. Inhale, reach, grab the left wrist, and then assist yourself by pulling over to the right. Inhale, center, grab the right wrist, pull over to the other side. And then inhale, reach, exhale, mountain pose. Take a breath in, reach up. Bend the knees, soften and fold, lengthen, halfway lift. And then press back into your high plank. On the inhale, firm up the muscles. And then on the exhale, let the exhale ride you down. All the way into your low push-up. And then when you're ready to inhale, draw it up. Maybe lifting the kneecaps, maybe lowering them. And then pressing back. So we're going to come right into down dog. Inhale to the toes. Take a deep bend in the knees for turbo dog. Shins are parallel to the mat. Look forward and then come into a low push-up. Inhale, high push-up, down dog. So instead of coming right into a low push-up, you can visit high push-up first. Okay, so inhale, down dog to the toes. And then exhale, bend the knees, turbo dog. Look forward, shoot into that low plank. You can go slow. Inhale, high plank. Soften, downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. So inhale to toes, bend the knees, turbo, and then draw yourself into low, into high, downward facing dog. We're going to take these little baby steps from downward facing dog to the top of our mat. So you're just going to kind of wiggle your hips back and forth, and then walk the hands, walk the feet until your fingertips meet the mat. You can kind of like wiggle it out here. And then once your fingertips go to the floor, press back. We're going to make our way all the way to the back of the mat. Baby steps, just wiggling it out. Allowing this to feel good. Allowing this to feel like a challenge as we firm up the muscles, pressing the ground away. We're coming back to the top of the mat, fingertips meet the floor. And then we're pressing back one more time. So starting to feel this in the shoulders, the deltoids, the forearms, the biceps, the triceps. And let's just walk back to a normal downward facing dog. Press it back. Inhale. Let it go. We're gonna float the right leg up. We can bend the knee. Feel the cracks in your hips. I love hearing that sound in class. Everyone's hip bones just clicking. And then hug the knee toward the nose. Come high onto your back toes. Press the ground away like you're sucking the thigh to the belly, and then step the foot through. So grab your block, your prop, your water bottle, whatever you're using. We're coming into a crescent lunge. Inhale the hands up over your head as you're just holding the block. So we have this nice lunge. You can always step your back foot up a little bit too. It doesn't have to be extremely wide or long. So right hand has the block. Take a breath in. Open the arms all the way out to the side. Thread the block under your right leg. Grab it with the left hand. And then inhale, energetically reach everything back up. And then right hand grabs the block. We're going to do it again. So focusing on movement in the shoulders. Strength in the legs. So it's a static hold in the legs. If you don't feel this in your hips and you need a little more, scooch the feet away from each other. Not putting a number to the repetition, just staying intentional, moving, breathing. We'll do one more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, thread it through. And then inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Take a breath in. And a breath out. We're going to hug the hands to our heart, and we're going to find just a warrior three, shifting the weight forward. And you can keep the hands to your heart if you'd like. And then slowly hug the left knee toward the hip bone. So I keep the knee right across from the hip bone, and I'll lift it way up. I try to make this comfortable for my hips. Flex the toes up. Keep your block in your hand. Draw a breath in. And then a really slow breath out as you begin to open up the left leg. And we're going to send that foot to the back of the mat slowly with control. And we're going to shift into Skandasana into the left leg. So you might have to work out any kinks in the hip. Maybe this is uncomfortable. You don't have to sink as low. Arms open up wide like a T. Take a breath in. And then bring the block to your tailbone. Grab it with the left hand. And then switch. You're just going to draw a full circle with the arms. And switch. Right arm threads to the left. Arms reach out and in front of the forehead. Right hand grabs. And we're just going to switch. Notice how this feels. Notice any challenges. How do you need to adapt? How do you need to adjust? We're going to do it one more time. Grab with the right. Thread it to the left. Inhale to the right. And then look to the front of the mat. We're going to bend the right leg. Step. Bring that knee back up to the hip. If you fall off balance, come back in. You can do whatever you want with your block from here. Maybe it helps you. Maybe it doesn't. You don't need it. And we're going to step back into Skandasana nice and slow. Take the lunge. Crawl to the top of the mat. Knee heights back up to the belly. Step it back. So slow focus on the opening and the rotation of the hips. Come back. Knee to belly. We'll do it again. So round 3. Crawling back. I like to get low into my hips. I sink into my legs. I challenge the way that I crawl. Skandasana. We'll do it one more time. Find that Skandasana. And then crawl back to the top of the mat. Hugging the knee to the belly. Take a breath in. You can drop your weight. Exhale, airplane warrior 3. So you might need to do something different with your hands. I like to airplane mine or bring them to heart. We're gonna bend the right knee until our left toes touch the mat. So try to anchor your left leg. Try not to move it. Take a breath in. Bend through the right leg so the left toes tap the mat. And then inhale, push down, come up. Try to flatten out the toes. If you fall off balance, come back in. Slowly bend the right knee, tap the left big toe, push down, lift up. That's round 2. Exhale, tap the toe. Inhale, come back up. 2 more, tap. Really press into your right foot. That's the only way that we're coming up, and it's the only way that we're coming down. So you're focusing on the glute muscles. Last one, inhale, come up. Take a breather, relax, thunderbolt. Drop the left leg. Woo! Reach to the right arm or the left arm, both arms out in front of you. Try not to back off here. Stay strong in that front leg. Stay strong. Arms can come together, arms can come to heart, hands can come to heart. Take a breath in. Bend the back knee to the mat, you can barely touch. And then straighten it. 5, bend again. 4, this is really slow. Still hovering over that front leg with the belly. 3, 2. Now last one, bend and let it hover. Bring the hands to heart, lift the shoulders over the hips. We're gonna pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, strong legs, 3, breath in, 1. Take an inhale. And then slowly come back into warrior 3 of choice. Hands can go wherever you'd like. Take a full breath in. Bend the knees, come into chair pose. Inhale the arms high. Now listen, exhale, airplane, come high onto the toes. I like to squeeze my knees, my thighs, my ankles together, dig into the balls of the feet. Drop the heels, chair pose. Reach the arms up intentionally. Exhale, airplane, come high onto the toes. Make sure you're pausing every time. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, airplane toes. Now, go ahead and find chair. Breathe in. And lower all the way down. High boat. All the way to the butt. Inhale the hands up. Drawing the chest to the knees to the chest. Lower the shoulders down the back. Take a breath here. Low boat. Arms alongside the hips. We're going to flutter the legs and the hands up and down. Keep the tailbone grounded and the low back grounded. Flex the toes. Try to pull the shoulders down the back. Squeeze the belly muscles in and breathe. Ten, 9, maybe pick it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, high boat, breathe in. Exhale, if you're shooting back, go ahead and lower the hands out in front of the hips. Kick the legs up and try to shoot back into that low push-up. Chaturanga. Press back. Downward facing dog. Maybe draw that right heel all the way down to the mat, stretching out the calf. Lift the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip, stretch it out. Maybe draw some circles. Maybe just allow the heel to fall heavy to the right glute. Squeeze the heel. Maybe draw the belly toward the thigh even more, stretching out the right leg. Hug the knee to the nose, round it out. And then step the foot through. Find your weight or your prop or your block, whatever you're using. And inhale the arms up overhead. Right hand doesn't have the block, left hand does. And then you can even pull the right hip forward to stretch out those hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, open the arms out wide. Thread the block under the hip or under the thigh. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, making those really big circles. Shrugging the shoulders away from the ears. Finding strength and stability in the legs, so we're balancing. Static hold. Press firmly into the left foot. Press firmly into the back toes. We'll do one more up. One more thread. And then both arms meet overhead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Finding warrior three. Just for a breath, you guys. Just for a breath. And then slowly hug the right knee toward the belly. Again, I like to have mine across the hip. Flex the toes. Take a breath in. And then slowly begin to open the right leg. Stepping it back into your Skandasana. Make the adjustments in the legs. Find a bend in the right leg, straighten the left. And let's halfway the chest. Reach the arms out like wings. Take a breath here. And then thread the left arm, the block, to the right hand, reaching it way out in front of the forehead. And then opening, kind of like we're swimming, right? Focusing on the rotation of the shoulders, some of that mobility, pulling back. Last one, so grab out in front, thread behind, take it out in front one more time, and then take your gaze to the top of the mat. Arms are still firming up. We're gonna crawl to the top, hike the right knee up slowly. With or without the block, you don't have to keep it. And we're opening back into Skandasana. Focus on that slow transition, that mindful entrance. Crawl back to the top with or without the hands. And exhale, extend, land lightly, sink, crawl to the top. Round three. This can be on your own time, but try to move slow. We don't want to rush the process. Listen to what the earth is telling us. To stay grounded, to slow down, not to rush, to adapt to the changes. To be present, to be here, come to standing, knee to belly. I'm going to release my block, and I'm going to find airplane warrior three. And again, option to do whatever you need to with your hands to help you stay balanced. Take a breath in, and then slowly bend the left knee until the right toes tap the mat. Push down. Inhale, lift, keep firming up the glutes in both legs. Exhale, bend until you tap. Inhale, push down, squeeze, lift. Keep the core engaged, hug belly to muscle. This is round three. Again, you're going to do whatever you need to in order to stay balanced in a float. Round four. Try not to curl the toes. This is our last one, tap. And then push down, come all the way up into warrior three. Draw a really big breath in. And then exhale, lunge back, thunderbolt. So arms shoot out overhead. You can interlace if you want. Shoulders by the ears. Breathe in. Drop the back knee, barely touch it. Straighten and lift. 4. Very slow. Push the ground away when you do this. Don't just lift up. You're pushing down to lift up. 3. Use the breath. 2. Last one. Keep the back knee lower. Reach the arms up. Shoulders come over hips. We're in this low lunge. We're going to pulse. Nice and slow. Squeeze the butt. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw breath in this lunge. And then find warrior 3. Slow breath in. Exhale, chair pose. Bend both knees, feet to the mat. Inhale the hands high. Airplane toes. Inhale high. Airplane toes. Inhale high. Airplane to the toes. And then come back up into chair and slowly find your seat all the way down to the mat, butt to heels. High boat on the inhale. Low boat on the exhale. Interlace the fingers to the back of the neck. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Switch. So you're just gonna breathe. This doesn't have to be fast. Try to keep the shoulder blades off of the mat. Keep pressing the low back down. Pause when the knee comes in, squeezing, twisting, breathing. Try not to use the strength of your arms to pull you up. You're using the strength of your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, high boat. And exhale, chaturanga. Stepping back, lowering slowly. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pressing the heels to the mat, wiggling out. Take another breath in. Drop the knees to the mat. From here, lifting the butt up, off of the heels, we're gonna step the right foot forward and then explode into a kick. Kick the left knee up and twist the torso to the left wall. Left foot back to that low line. Right leg kicks, twist to the right. So we're gonna add a little cardio. So we're gonna do this on your own. Lunging back. Each time that knee steps and kicks up, we're twisting to that leg. And you can do whatever you'd like with your hands. Whatever you need to stay balanced, but try to stay active and engage the core. Keep your balance. Slow landing. Push the ground away from you when you're coming up to kick. Big breath out. Just make sure you're breathing. You can pick up the pace if you'd like. Make sure you stay intentional and then we don't wobble off balance. Only gonna do a few more rounds. One more right. One more left. Downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Press back. Float the right leg high and step it through. Warrior 2. Sweep it up. Pull the left hip back. Reach the arms away from each other. Catch your breath. We're going to make our way into eagle leg. Set the right foot or the left foot on top of the right. Left leg on top of right. We're just going to bring our hands to prayer. You don't have to come into full eagle. Just allow the toes to dangle. Take a breath in. Now remove the left leg and step it behind you all the way over to the right. Barely tap the toes. Use your hands if you need to. Come back into eagle. Find the balance before moving on. Sweep the toes all the way over to the right and behind you. Back into eagle. Round 2. Coming into round 3. Use your hands as needed. Barely tap that big toe down. Try not to put a lot of weight on your foot when you extend it back. Round 4. And our last one. Now tap the toes. Stay there. Dramatic easy twist. So it's just like an easy twist, but our left toes are all the way over to the right, way behind us. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're just going to shift our weight forward a little bit, enough so your hand can support you with the rest of your body. Stay in this lunge, hamstring curls. So we're just going to tap the toes, kick back. You don't have to even touch your foot or your toes with your hand. You're just doing this controlled movement and you're keeping your right arm active. Keep the bend in your front leg and distribute your weight here in order for you to stay balanced. Push down firmly into the right foot. You can even keep your right arm high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep a bend in your right leg. Now bring the left knee under the belly and through on top of the right for full eagle. Right arm can cross. Breathe in, squeeze everything together. Knees together, legs together, elbows, forearms. Okay, send your weight back into your heels. Control the breath. We'll take one more inhale. From Eagle Warrior 2, make it a slow entrance. Adjust your feet, keep the bend in the front leg. Okay, keep pressing into that right foot. Notice the sensations in your thigh. Interlace the fingers to the tailbone. Inhale, look up, humble to the inner leg. Shoulder is next to the right knee. Hands are reaching away from the spine. Weight into the feet evenly, dropping the head down. Try not to put all your weight into your front leg. Find balance. Inhale, push down, come up, reverse, leg stay. Woo! Okay, try to challenge yourself. What does it feel like to sink into that front leg? We're not going to be here long. Take a breath in. Woo! Straighten that front leg on the inhale. And then extended side angle. Let's take a full or half bind. Dig the elbow into the knee, open the chest, roll open. So you can come into bound triangle, straighten the front leg. Or you can come into bound half moon. Keep a bend in the front leg, kind of lunge forward, straighten the right leg, and then lift the left leg up. Flexing the toes, take a breath in. And the breath out, half moon. That feels good. Breathe in. Wherever you are, we'll come into half moon. Breathe out. Take another big breath in, big breath in. Keep breathing. And then slowly, we're going to lower our hand to the mat. We're going to find cow face. Who cares if you fall off your mat? We're just going to keep the feet or the knees stacked. Target the outside right hip. Make your adjustments. If this is too much, bring the right foot to the mat, the knee comes up. So if you're on a hardwood floor, maybe scoot your way over to your mat. So we're going to have an opportunity for a headstand. So just breathing here, reaching the arms up, and then come into reverse prayer or grab the forearms. In order to walk the fingertips toward the neck, bring the elbows in, not away. Maybe fold. Inhale, come up. Release the bind, take the arms up. For those of you who want to come into an inversion, keep your cow face legs. Lower the hands. Press your hands into the mat, come onto the head. Hug the knees into the belly, lift up, and then once the legs lift, you can find full eagle. So you're squeezing the legs into each other. You're pressing firmly into the palms, making sure you're not putting all of your weight just onto your head. Take another breath in, and then slowly bring the knees back to the chest, lower the toes, cow face. Lifting up, and exhale. We're gonna exit cow face. Just unthread the right leg, stretch it out, press into downward facing dog. Do anything else that you need here in order to adjust, in order to massage or stretch out. Take the left leg high, and then step it through. Warrior 2, energetically reaching up, finding the balance, Bringing the shoulders over the hips, sinking in if you can. If not, pull out. We're going to come right into eagle. Right leg is going to slowly hop, cross, and step. Hands to heart. Breathe in. We're going to do 5 rounds of those toe taps. Stay in your eagle, but unthread the right leg. Reach it all the way over to the left. Tap the toes. Keep the bend in the left leg. Come up as needed. That was round 1. Step it back. Get low. Press down. Come up. That was round 2. 3 more. Extend those toes all the way over. Come up. You're going to do whatever you need to with your hands. I like to reach them out in front of me as I extend the toes and then pull them back in for eagle. Last one. Extend the toes. Come back into eagle. Take a big breath in. And then come back into that dramatic easy twist. Lower the toes. Inhale, reach the right arm or the left arm up. So regular easy twist or dramatic. And then reach the left fingers forward, square the chest. We're going to pop forward a little bit. Round down into that right hand, hamstring, curls. Reach toward the toes, tap. We're just going to do this, flexing the toes, kicking yourself in the butt, staying low and staying firm into that left leg. Breathe in. Breathe out for 10. Keep squeezing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hug the right knee to the belly, thread it on top of the left, find full eagle. Left arm crosses. Okay, so I know we're feeling a lot of sensations here, a lot of tension in the muscles. Allow it to be a nurturing, a calming sensation. Focus on your breath. Don't worry about anything else. Breathe in. Spine half moon. Breathe out. And then into warrior 2. Keep the hips open, interlace the fingers, lift up, look up, stay, or humble. So we're gonna find a little more discomfort in that front leg, I feel it. So maybe straighten it and dig more weight into your back foot. Or just stay where you are, breathe through it. Drop the head down, can you see your back toes? Shoulder by the knee, inhale, come up, reverse. Okay, let's just stay here for a moment. Let's all challenge ourselves. Settle low, sink in, and straighten the front leg, keep reversing. And then exhale, find that extended side angle. So we're gonna stay here, we're gonna practice our full bind or half bind. Draw the elbow to the leg. If you want, you can straighten that leg for a bound triangle, or you can shift back into that leg, hop and explore bound half moon. Tip the weight forward, engage the right leg as you lift it up. Fall out, come back in, try it. Half moon. Feels good to find that release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the hand, tuck the right knee behind the left leg. Cow face, land on your mat if you'd like, or land off. Keeping the knees stacked, or perhaps that right knee or left knee is up and the left foot is down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold this time. Chest, chin to knees. Not really feeling as if you need to meet any needs, that you don't have to please anyone, you don't have to please yourself. We're just here to learn about who we really are. We can explore, we can be adventurous. We can be quiet. We can just listen, be the observers. Learning to do no harm to our own well-being, to do no harm to others. Always recognizing the root cause to our actions, to our intentions. Slowly come up, inhale. And then shift your weight onto your knees. Just gonna bring the left knee around, finding tabletop, shaking the hips back and forth, making any other movements that the body needs. And then tabletop, tuck the toes under. We're gonna do an elevated tabletop. So lift the knees and the shins off the mat. From here, cow pose. Inhale. Keep the knees, round the spine. Exhale. Inhale, only moving with the spine. Exhale, pressing down. One more in. Last one, X. Drop down. We're gonna find modified side plank. We'll do it on the left leg first. So come to the left knee, stake the right leg out, and actually we're gonna come into a full side plank. So if you're not coming into full, you're just gonna stay right where I am. If you're coming into full side plank, cross the left ankle over the right. Reach the right arm overhead. Take a big breath in. Now crunch right elbow to left knee. Extend. Again, crunch, maybe hold. Extend. So you're gonna do these on your own. Big breath out when you crunch. Feel that in the side body. Release. Stay strong. Doesn't matter which variations you're crunching into. 3 more. Last one. Switch, right hand down. Right ankle crosses over top of left. Reach the left arm over. 6 crunches. Right knee, left elbow. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, release. Maybe pause and hold. 3 more. Last one. High plank. Lower halfway. Inhale up. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Fill it up with breath. Drop the knees. Grab your block if you have one. We may be using it. Roll onto the back. And without your block, we're going to come into bridge. And actually, we can put the block in between our knees if you'd like. Come into bridge. Roll the shoulders under. Lift the hips high. From bridge, walk the feet out until the heels meet the mat, squeezing the block together. We're still lifting the butt. Walk the heels back under the knees. Keep the back lifted, the hips lifted, with or without the block. Walk the heels out until the legs straighten, hips are still lifted. Walk them back in. So if the block's challenging, you don't have to use it. Walk it out. Keep lifted. Walk it back in. I'm going to do this just a few more times. My butt is definitely shaking. I bet yours is too. 3 more rounds. Feel free to remove the block at any time. We're like taking baby steps. Walking the heel back under the knees. Last one. Walk them all the way back. Bridge pose. Breath in. Lower the hips. Bring them back up. Squeezing the glutes, lower the hips. Bring them back up. Push down, lower. Come up. Squeeze the butt cheeks together. Push down into the feet, feel that connection. We're gonna do 3 more. Last one, lift all the way up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the knees together, the thighs lower down. Pause. Hug the knees into the belly. Roll into plow pose if that's in your practice. If it's not, just stay curled, knees to belly. Releasing. Maybe dropping the knees to the forehead. And then slowly guiding yourself back to the spine. Hips open, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the right knee in, lift the leg. Bend the knee and step the foot right in front of the left thigh. A little bit of a spinal balance. Push the right knee forward, away from the armpit. Take the gaze to the right. Release, come back into Supta Baddha. This time, left knee lift, straighten. Step the foot right in front of that thigh. Push the knee away, take the gaze to the other side. Coming back to center, hugging the knees in, massaging the spine, doing whatever it is that you need to do before finding our final pose. And allowing yourself to set up for rest for as long as that needs to be. Shavasana.